Good morning, and here we are, day 2 of the British Shooting Show 2025. Voice has gone a little bit shabby from festivities, shall we say. I'm here, and it's been a fantastic show. Already had a day here. It's been amazing. Today, I'm going to be filming. We're doing a little bit of reduced coverage this year. Sam, unfortunately, my erstwhile companion, isn't with me this weekend because he and his wife had a little girl a few days ago. Congratulations, Sam, mate. Amazing job, mate. I'm really, really pleased with you. However, it does mean I'm working alone, so my coverage this week is going to be a little bit less than usual. I'm just going to touch on the new and exciting stuff and do a kind of a mini guide to the show. I'm looking forward to speaking to Blaser about the FBX and how well that's doing. And we've got a few other bits and bobs, new bits and stuff that I lined up yesterday that I'm going to cover today. Let's get at it. Hey guys, I'm here with Adrien from Browning. Adrien, you've taken over now as kind of the kind of lead guy for marketing and kind of representing Browning in Europe.
Yep.
It's the 100th anniversary this year, and these guys have come up with some fantastic new models, including the 825 I've already reviewed, but I've only reviewed one. There's how many versions of the 825?
We have several versions. We have divided the range in 3 different parts. So you have the Pro version, you have the Sporter, and then the Game. But we have several models, also including different type of stocks or different type of forearms. So
yeah,
we already have quite a wide range.
A full range, absolutely, yeah. So Browning have been doing some really interesting stuff with laminates recently on the 525 platform, the new 825. They've revised the trigger mech, the new action design. I think the Pro Sport engraving is really, really choice. It looks really well.
Yeah.
Even the kind of non-Pro Sport versions, it's a very kind of modern look with that kind of brushed steel, dark, light, messing around with textures and colours. It's a really interesting direction that you've been going in.
Yeah.
But of course, that's not all. You've also got all of the new limited editions you've launched this year for the 100th. Indeed,
but as every year, we try to offer our clients some astonishing gun to meet all their wildest dreams, I would say. And yeah, so no, this year, even more, is a very important year for us. As you said, it's the 100th anniversary of the legendary B25,
of course,
which is, as you know, the first ever produced over-under shotgun on an industrial scale, I would say. And the mechanical principle established by John Moses Browning 100 years ago are still relevant nowadays.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's weird. I was thinking about this while I was doing the factory tour when I was out there in Belgium with you guys. I was saying this has been in continuous production for almost 100 years. Of course, here we are now. But when you think about the number of guns that John designed that are still in production, like the high power, the 1911,
the Auto 5 is not in production anymore, but I will say that
still available. You still get all of them. 525. There's the M2. Yeah. There are so many designs that guy just had.
He's like a Leonardo da Vinci for gun making.
Yeah, agreed,
exactly.
Agreed.
And so we are really proud, because we have this kind of heritage, and then nowadays also we have, of course, learned a lot of different things during 100 years. So we still work on the heritage, but trying to improving everything. And we can see it with the 825, the new Browning 825. We have worked on the ergonomics, on the mechanism, on the design as well. But as I said, the mechanism, the mechanical principles remain the same. 100 years ago, it was done 100 years ago, and still you cannot do better than this. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And of course, the guns now all come with the JMB autograph effectively in the forend, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. So, how's the 825 been received at the show this year?
Amazing, really amazing. I do not know the exact numbers, but I know that in terms of sale, it's a massive success.
Right.
I think that we have met our clients' expectation with a new, very modern design shotgun. And so we are confident that this shotgun will have a huge success worldwide, especially in the UK, which is the first Browning market for over-under in Europe. So it was very important for us to meet the needs of our British clients.
Sure.
And obviously, in the coming years, we'll also increase the range with new models, adding like smaller calibers or different versions.
Yeah. So in terms of the specials, is there anything that particularly you're fond of? I like there's a 525 with like silver bordering.
Yeah,
That silver on silver colorway.
I think I'm in love with the 100th anniversary B525.
Right.
I'm a B525 man personally,
Sure.
so I guess it's like taste and colors. I love the 825, I love the 725, but myself I shoot a 525, and this one is astonishing according to me. I really love it.
Very pretty.
Really love it.
What about the black and gold? Is there any kind of history with that? Is there a reason for it, or is it just a new design? That
Yeah, no, this is not. This is something we have done in the past with different models, like with the 725. We had the 725 black gold, and the association of gold and black is always very well received. It's kind of prestigious.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, we are sure, but I don't know yet. I should look at the sales forecast after this weekend, but I'm sure it will be very well received also by everyone here. So
Sure.
that's my first day at the show, so I don't know yet what people say.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty busy, but today's shaping up to be another busy day. Always a good show, the British. I've been coming now, I can't remember how many years on the go, but I always have a good time here. It's always fun.
Yeah, me too.
So, and it's good to catch up with
Yeah,
guys
me
that
too.
I
I'm
don't see otherwise.
always happy. You know, we do all the trade shows in Europe, and this is one of my favorite because people are usually very friendly.
For sure.
And we share some good moments. We take time to discuss about everything, not just marketing discussions or product discussions, but we can discuss about everything, see what's happening on the UK market in terms of shooting, hunting, and it's always very interesting for us to meet our clients, and this is how we can improve our products every year.
You guys have refreshed the rifle range as well, haven't you? There's a new version of
we have. So this is, I will say, the another major product launch for Browning this year. We have the new generation of X-Bolt. So we have the X-Bolt 2, which is really great. Of course, I won't say the opposite, but
yeah, I mean, it's okay.
but it's really great because we have divided the range in such a way that it's really easy to understand what you need and what you get.
Yeah.
And then we have some crazy stocks that you can adjust in a few minutes. That's really good, really good. Love it.
I think Mickey's got one, so I might actually be able to get hold of one for a test. So
Yeah, no problem. I can send you one if you want.
Superb, excellent.
I was actually yesterday. I came back from Scotland where I invited some journalists and we were testing the X-Bolt 2.
Right.
And all of them were really pleased.
I was washing my hair. Listen, lovely to speak to you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Frederick.
How are we?
I'm good. Yeah, tired, but we're here, right?
Absolutely.
I'm on the Blaser stand here at the VSS and the FBX. I've already reviewed the prototype, which Frederick very kindly arranged to get up to me before the launch. And yeah, it's generating a lot of attention on the stand for sure.
Definitely.
How's it been received?
Yeah, we're super grateful. I mean, people love it. The feedback we get is amazing. I always say it's amazing to see it at the shooting show. However, the real difference is, or you feel when you're out shooting it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's where I keep saying, come to the Blaser Cup, come to our dealers, come to the shooting ranges and try it out. Come to our open days throughout the year and really shoot the gun, feel the balance, feel the reduced recoil. Because I think that's something both of us really agree on. The reduced recoil is phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I mean, you can pick up a gun at a show like this and kind of get a feel for the ergo, understand how it's been designed, but really, until you've shot it, you can't say with any authority whether or not it's the gun for you, and you really do need to shoot it.
No, absolutely. And we finally have our demo shotguns here, so they're going out to the shooting ranges. So up and down the country, north, south, east, west. We're going to send them out next week. So please ask your retailers, ask your Blaser dealer for them, ask your local shooting range if we can send a demo up for you if you want to try it. That's what we want to do and want to make the experience as nice as possible for our customers.
Of course. So, this is the Sporter. I know you have other plans going forward. Do you have timelines yet? Or is it still
no, it will be the Sporter this year. Right hand, left hand, adjustable,
True
fixed
left
strokes.
hand?
True left hand, absolutely, and adjustable and fixed stroke and multi-choke.
The new thin walls, right?
32 inch. That is realistic. What's happening this year?
Sure.
We have the Acanthus engraved one as well.
Ooh,
so that
I need to get a picture of that.
that is definitely coming. We will have engraved nicer ones out as well this year. But hey, again, shoot it, try it for yourself, and make your decision.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks very much. We're going to grab one of the technical guys, and he's going to tell me about the inception and how this gun came to be. So we'll grab him now.
Very exciting.
So this is Christian. Christian, you're going to tell me about really how the FBX came about and what your design kind of thought was. I've always kind of equated Blaser to being kind of the Porsche of shotguns, this marriage of form and function, and the really kind of concentration of that design into the way the guns are built, with the way that they're very, very carefully machined. You can feel the thought that goes into Blasers. So explain kind of how you arrived at this.
I think we still kept the Porsche design a little bit to the gun. So overall, what did we do? So almost 20 years now after the introduction of the F3, we set ourselves a new target. We wanted to continue the success path, but say, okay, how can we, for us, build the best competition shotgun in the world? And what do we have to do for it? So we actually kept the success factors of the F3, the inline strikers, the modularity, the low build actually of the receiver and the robust build and the ejector system. But we actually talked to a lot of dealers from UK, from the US, also to master shooters, especially András Sederhely, our shooter from Hungary, who is one of the top free-task shooters, and got their input, okay, what do we have to do? And we put a lot of focus actually on balance, recoil, and handling of the gun.
Yeah.
So overall, if you look at the gun, basically what we did is we made the stock wider, make it a little bit beefier, so you have a wider contact area at your shoulders. Footprint on your shoulders. So it's like on a nail bed. You know, you have one nail or a lot of nails. It's getting easier on the recoil, right? Palms well. The grip is a little bit wider overall. Then we actually also the surface area here on the top. So we have a nicer, you know, when you put the gun to your face, so you have a wider area here. Then at the end, we actually put more emphasis on the action, make the action wider, put more weight between your hands actually. We wanted to have the weight on the lower part of the receiver, so we have a little bit kind of round body, but still put all the weight there. Actually, we have a detachable trigger. It's just for the case, it happens, you know, Blaser, normally there's no problem at all.
No, I don't think I've ever heard of a Blaser trigger going wrong,
exactly.
right? That inline striker works superbly well.
Very proud about our triggers, but at the end, you know, if you shoot a World Cup in Azerbaijan and you have an Olympic shooter who wants to shoot the gun, he wants this peace of mind that he also can actually switch it right away. We didn't want to sacrifice the reliability, so we had actually have a screw in there. It comes always, you have the screwdriver, open it up, pop it out, put a new one in, and then you are safe.
2-minute job.
Just to have it, right? Exactly. Overall, still we kept actually the low receiver of the F3, which is actually I think one mark we always had on the F3 already. Then we go to the barrel actually, and you see it on the front. There's the thin wall bridle chokes in it. So you know, in the past we had the Blaser barrels had always the tulip on the front. Yeah, exactly. So we reduced that actually a little bit, and so we were able to bring back the weight more towards the receiver and have a nice.
It looks prettier too. Let's face it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. So, and then we actually put a lot of emphasis on the inside diameter of the barrel, so forcing cone and the transition to the chokes. So we actually produced a lot of different barrels and tried them out where we found the best combination between penetration and recoil. So if you only look after recoil, all of a sudden the penetration goes away, and vice versa. So we wanted to have the best combination on the gun. Exactly. Then actually the weight system, as you also know from the F3, in the buttstock, but this time we actually also on the forearm. We put the weights in the forearm.
Keeps the weight low.
Keeps the weight low. Actually, you have the weight right between your hands, or in your hand, and keep it down. So now the weights are in the forearm.
Yeah. And the gun is supplied with all the weights.
The gun is supplied with all the weights. It comes out of the factory actually with no weights in it, balanced without weights, and then you have the possibility to put the weights into the gun and be done with it. So that's the FBX.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys do well with it this year. I look forward to see how it sells. And as Frederick was saying earlier, the guns are now available, or will be very shortly available to try out. So we'll speak to your dealer. Give them a try.
Try it out.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Hello again, Alistair. How you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Another year.
Another year.
25, and you look younger than ever.
Oh, thank you very much. So do you.
Taller than ever, I would say.
Yep, absolutely.
I think you've grown an inch since last year. Either that or I've shrunk. So, what new and fabulous toys do you have for us this year?
Several this year. One of them, notably, new Siren in the range.
Pretty.
Yes.
So is this effectively a Siren based on the Invictus action?
Correct. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it's an Invictus Siren Grace,
which has got a sort of. Oh, I like that. art core, but with a kind of I'm colourblind, so I'm going to say lilac and purple.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So following the Siren colour scheme.
Colours. And with that unique kind of engraving style. But finally, I would argue, it is a professional grade gun for lady shooters.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It looks well. The Siren kind of dimensions work very well. My wife tested one, if you remember, a while back.
Yep.
Loved it. It was a superb bit of kit. I guess. What have you done in terms of length of pull and?
So follows the same characteristics as all Siren, and the idea being the gun is designed from the ground up for lady shooters.
Sure.
It's not going to fit everybody straight out the box, but it's designed to fit a lot better.
It's got adjustability, right?
Yeah. So follows the characteristics that you have the standard Invictus action, but there are slight tweaks to it. So you've got the standard stock dimensions from the Siren range, which work well, but you've also got slight tweaks to the action as well. Not necessarily noticeable straight off, but the trigger plate they've essentially made from an alloy. So it's made from an aluminium alloy, which you wouldn't necessarily notice, but it takes weight out the centre of the gun.
Got you.
You have also got the introduction of their new titanium chokes, which are incredibly light.
Right.
So it takes some weight out the muzzle end of the gun as well. So just to balance it a little bit better over the standard Invictus.
It genuinely feels much lighter in the hand.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. So it's taken a bit of weight out, but not too much that it's.
And they look well as well. Everybody likes a pretty choke.
Yes. They are a very pretty choke.
So, do we know roughly what the overall weight is?
Just under £8.
Right.
Yeah, just under £8.
stuff.
So yeah.
And available
Coming into us June.
Right.
So currently taking forward orders for them. But yeah, should be a standard production gun.
Excellent. I actually think this is actually prettier than the original art code.
It's quite subtle. I have to say it is quite subtle.
Yeah. It's a bit less in your face. It's a little less loud, but no, it's nice. What grade of wood is standard?
That's standard, yeah.
Standard,
so we keep it nice and simple. You can order with upgraded wood if you want to, but generally the grade of wood is good overall.
Yeah.
So
Superb. Okay, so what we got here?
So this is our new Fabarm. This is a Autumn Elite.
Right.
Currently in a 20 gauge.
Because there was the Classis. Was it Classis?
So you have a standard Classis. You also have a Classis Grade 4.
Right.
Then they introduced an Autumn, which was the colour case hardened.
Right.
Now we have an Autumn Elite, which has gone back to the coin finish with a slightly different engraving.
Any of the differences? I mean, other than it being a 20?
Not necessarily over a standard Classis, no. You obviously got the pistol grip stock on there.
Yeah.
Semi-beaver tail forend. You
Yep.
can get it with a slightly thinner forend as well.
I've never actually tested one of these. Hint, hint. It certainly looks well, and it's well dimensioned. It doesn't look like a scaled action. Is it?
It is.
Sorry,
yeah.
it is a scaled action. I mean, it doesn't look like it's just on a 12.
Yeah. So you have got slightly different characteristics on the action,
Yep.
slightly more rounded off on the top over the standard Classes, and they will introduce a 12 gauge later on in the year.
I like the forend. It's nicely kind of
Yes.
dimensioned. I've never been a fan of splinters.
That's it.
I just don't get on with them, and you end up burning your fingers all the time.
That's it. Yeah. It fills
Pistol
the
grip's
hand a
nice.
bit.
Yeah, that should be a cracker for the game season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And again, coming into us May, June time.
May, June.
So yeah.
All right. We didn't get an RRP on the
On the Siren.
on the Siren. No.
No. So Siren 6495
Okay.
recommended. This particular gun is 3.5.
Oh, okay. Very good. And there was one other, I believe.
So here we have another addition to the Greeny stable.
It's very pretty.
It is. It is. So this is a Maxim hybrid.
Okay.
Hybrid being a combination of our Maxim sporting gun, stock characteristics,
Yep.
with the game gun barrel. So
Okay.
a solid narrow rib on the barrel. So
Yeah.
combining the two, because we find a lot of customers these days are looking for something that looks traditionally game,
Right.
but they want the sporting stock characteristics.
Yeah. Not everyone can get away with shooting a game stock. It's more comfortable to shoot a sporter.
Yep.
And it makes it a bit more of an all-rounder if you want something that you can take on both the game field and the clay field.
Yep.
And of course, it doesn't hurt that it has rather pretty engraving on those nice side plates. Very nice. Other than that, though, not too many deviations from the Maxim other than the woodwork.
No, not too many. Of course, if you want it auto-safe, we can make it auto-safe as a game gun. We can
Sure.
make it manual safety, entirely up to customer's choice. And you can have either extended or flush fitting if you want to use it as a game
Okay.
gun.
And do you offer a fixed choke version? Or?
Not at the moment, no.
Right.
Not at the moment.
And weight?
Weight, you're probably looking, it's probably near £8.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's north of 7.5, definitely. Lovely. Lovely grade of wood on it.
It is beautiful.
Nicely finished. And again, I'm assuming available very soon.
Available now.
Now. Ooh.
Available now. Yes.
And RRP.
RRP is 5850. Mm-hmm. You can get it in a 12 gauge, 32 inch,
right,
or a 20 gauge as well.
Okay.
So,
are you doing any sub gauges? Because a lot of people seem to be launching 410s this year.
Yes. Yep. So to be honest, the Maxim has always been available in either 410, 20, or 28 gauge as well.
Right.
So you've got a whole range across the board. Yeah, absolutely. Guarini have always enjoyed, making small gauge guns.
Yeah, sure.
So we do a lot of combos as well. Mm-hmm. So if somebody wants a 410, 28 combo,
right,
easy to do,
right,
and comes all together in a double case.
Oh, well, there you go.
What do you need?
Super.
Yeah.
Sir, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Well, a man who needs literally no introduction. Hi, Richard. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good.
We were talking about this, the new Maxim Hybrid, and Alistair mentioned that you've been shooting it. So, do tell. How you been getting on with it?
Yes. I shot a pair of them last season, and absolutely fell in love with them straight away. Yeah. No, I mean a cracking gun, and as the name suggests, it's a hybrid sporter game gun. So you've got a slightly chunkier back end with the stock, a nice pistol grip, but then you've got the traditional game barrels, solid rib, solid middle rib, and flush fitting internal chokes as well. And beautiful looking gun that handles really well. And again, you can drop the barrel weights and the stock weight, balancing weight into the stock. Very, very pleased with them.
And how do you feel it handles in terms of the other kind of guns in the range? Is this what you've sort of landed on as your preference? Were you involved in design at all? Or?
No, not really. Obviously, they launched the 20 bore version last year, and I sold one to a customer of ours. And I said to Matt, if there was ever a chance of getting a 12 bore version, I would love to shoot one at game if possible. So I got them earlier in the season, just gone, and you really enjoyed shooting them.
Excellent.
Yeah, so no, cracking gun.
And as I mentioned, these are available now, so I'm guessing you've got a few on order, have you?
They are, yeah. In fact, I sold one this week to a customer who came to shoot mine.
Right.
And had a look at it and loved shooting it. So, yeah, that was a good start.
Excellent.
But, yeah, they're available now, so get your orders in.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Richard.
No worries.
Cheers now.
Cheers.
So I'm here on the Edgar Brothers stand with Sam with a Zoli that is really genuinely something interesting. Tell us a bit about it.
So this is the new 410 offering for Zoli. Now Zoli have offered 410s for quite a while now on specific guns, but we as Edgar Brothers, obviously as Zoli UK, have noticed a massive upturn in people wanting to shoot 410s.
410 is staging a comeback this year, right? It's
100%.
For some reason.
Yeah, for the last few years or, for quite a while now, 410s have either been seen as a youth gun to try and get younger shooters into it, or a bit of a toy for people to go and have a play with. But not just for clay shooting, but we're seeing, sub-gauge events, 410 championships, small bore days, people shooting 410 for game, it's massively, as you say, staging a comeback. So we thought, well, let's offer someone, or the trade, the customers as a whole, an offering from Zoli in that sort of department of a 410, genuine sort of half competition, a serious 410, not a toy, but a good quality serious 410. So this is what it is. It's called the Nobile, obviously Italian name. 410, 32 inch, multi-choke barrels. It's sort of designed as a little bit of a hybrid, sort of sporting stock and forend, tapered ventilated rib. So more than happy, on the clay grounds or on any small bird day. Now it's built on a 20 gauge action. Couple of reasons being for that is it gives you versatility if you want to get additional barrel sets. There are 20 gauge barrels available, or 28 available as well, and with that little bit extra weight, a lot of people won't shoot their 410s all the time.
No.
So obviously they've got their normal 12 gauge that they go clay bashing with or anything like that. They'll obviously all be between, well, better than me, between £8 and £9 nowadays for a clay gun. This weighs between sort of £7.10 and £8. So it's a much easier transition from...
It doesn't feel like a wand as soon as you pick it up.
So it's much more controllable, much more pointable. So that's obviously the basic spec. Obviously, like I say, no BL action, sporting stock and forend. 32 inch barrels, obviously multi-choke. So yeah, it's quite a desirable little thing.
And I picked this up, and it's one of these things. It's hard to not smile immediately upon picking it up because it feels like a proper gun. It doesn't feel like a 410 at all. But then you mount it up and you see these little wiggly little barrels, it immediately makes you want to shoot it. And I reckon this would be an absolute hoot, whilst actually also being something that you could shoot quite seriously. Because I've always found 410s fun, but not serious.
Yeah, and difficult to shoot as well.
Yeah,
really difficult to shoot.
Well, because you've got to be so deliberate with them.
Exactly.
Whereas that actually feels like you could drive that, no bother.
Absolutely. Now, that sort of gun and weight, if you said, I'm going to take that clay shooting, but it's a 20 gauge, 32 inch, you'd have no problem.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's a 410 gauge. You still get that same stability.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier to shoot. It's more intuitive, and it's going to be a lot more fun. Now, obviously, the fun in shooting clays is breaking clays.
Yeah.
The fun in game shooting is bringing
Sure.
down what you're shooting at. So the fact that it's going to be easy to do that, obviously, the aesthetics, obviously people are going to, enjoy that as well. It's a perfect all-round gun for that department.
Plus, you still get that buzz, right? When you break stuff with a 410, it genuinely feels like
massively more satisfying, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, take the right birds at the right height with the right cartridge, and that'd be great for like small bag days, walked up stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
With the gun, obviously the spec, you get the same usual, obviously Zoli specification with
Of
it
course.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Still silver soldered barrels, still a detachable trigger group.
Yep.
Still a 10-year mechanical warranty, which is obviously transferable. So obviously it carries a lot of the same Zoli spec, Boss type locking system, and all the usual sort of oily bits, as you call them.
Indeed.
As all of the rest of the Zoli range.
And as expected, wood to metal, metal to metal fit is all fantastic. It's well screwed together, the barrels are nicely struck off, nicely blued. The checkering on the rib is actually really nice.
The finer attention to detail is something that's,
That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Would there by any chance be a press gun kicking about at some point this year?
This exact one is our press gun, so it's in very high demand. But don't worry, Lloyd, we will get you sorted with it.
Fabulous. Well, I look forward to it.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem at all.
Really interesting to see.
It is very interesting. Price for those of you who are interested is $3,795. So relatively competitive as well.
Yeah, for a nice bit of kit, I would argue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you very much, Lloyd.
Thanks, man. All right, so I'm still here on the Edgar Brothers stand, and the guy showed me something that genuinely tickled my fancy. It's great to see something that you think is super cool. So I thought I'd come to see Ben, who's going to show it to us.
Excellent. Welcome to the Edgar Brothers stand. So, here at the BSS 2025, we have launched Svemko, new partner, Norwegian titanium, very premium moderators. So here we have in hand, we have the Pure M. So this is full titanium, titanium outer, titanium core inner. As you can see on this model here, you've got all the replaceable.
It's not heavy.
Super lightweight. So they've got two main ranges. They've got the Pure range and they've got the 1.0. So
I love milled like titanium. It's just cool.
Beautifully made, beautifully engineered. 1.0 series, they've got titanium cores and the Ali outer.
Right.
They've got a 4-year warranty, and the Pure series has got an 8-year warranty.
Yeah.
So pretty much what we're expecting to be the most popular model will be the standard Hunter 1.0. And what's really exciting...
I was going to say, it's got like a party trick.
Right, so they come in direct thread, caliber choices, everything you'd expect.
Yeah.
They also have and own the patent for what they call the QM system. So on the tip of the rifle, it's probably hard to see on the camera, but you have an adapter that you put onto the muzzle. Moderator is the same price as a direct thread. If you go for the QM system, you just pay for the adapter bits to go onto all of your rifles.
Fair.
And it's got a conical mating surface. You've got a thick top bar here, so you can never cross-thread it. You can never not have it on without realizing. You drop it down onto the conical mating surface, 90-degree turn, and that is rock solid. It also has directional first baffles on it, so it will slightly self-tighten.
Yeah.
I've stress tested it. I tried to make it fail, and I couldn't. That that first test I did was 4 magazines of 308,
Right.
40 rounds, as fast as I could. It's about 2 minutes, rapid firing, and it actually got tighter. I had to get a cloth actually to get it off.
Right.
Normally with moderators, people may know, as they get hotter, they heat up, they can loosen off.
Yeah.
Not with this system. Really quick, 90 degrees, straight off. Job's a good one.
So cool, because normally you get home after you've been out, and then you've got to stand next to your cabinet for 20 minutes, unscrewing the thread. Like,
Well,
that's mint.
People, they might have a gun slip that's a bit short.
Sure.
They can't get it in, so they want to take their mod off. 90 degrees, and it's on, and it's so secure. It's a great system. They are the #1 moderator brand now in Germany by turnover. They're a great company to deal with. 8-year warranties, as I said, for the Pure series, 4 for the 1.0. There's 6 models for the 1.0.
Right.
They've got 2 front-mounted ones. They've got 4 slightly reflex ones from every size you'd want. And the Pure series, we've got 3, so it's a small, medium, and large.
And is it supplied also with the muzzle brake, or is that a separate
So
purchase?
that's a separate purchase. So they also have QM. Now I've been handed this. This is a QM one. So muzzle brake as well on the QM system. So for those shooters that might have a Bergara HMR, for example, that want to do a bit of range shooting and hunting, you can pop the muzzle brake on, quick re-zero, and off you go.
Awesome. What an amazing bit of kit.
It's amazing. They also have what's called the Flex system.
Right.
So you have, it's on the bench behind us, or in front of us, sorry, behind the camera. But it's a muzzle brake that's on the rifle, and then the moderator goes down, clips, and locks down onto the muzzle brake.
Top, right? Yeah.
Really cool bits of kit.
And RRP?
So the 1.0s from about £500 up to about 850, and the Pure series is above 1,000.
Right.
So the most popular one's probably going to be the 1.0 standards. Anywhere between that 500 and 800-ish pound price point. Again, full support from them as a brand. You get the Edgar Brothers support on it as well. And I'm really looking forward. I'm going to put them onto my own personal hunting rifles. Yeah, really cool.
Plus, I like the idea of being able to effectively run one mod for many rifles, effectively, because you can stick the QD on.
Well, exactly. So my current personal example is I've got an SL5 mod, I've got an HQS mod, I've got a Jet Z Compact from years ago. I've got multiple moderators, and by investing in one really good mod, I'll get a 30 cal one, and you can just switch them between your rifles and clean it. You can put it in a short bag, as we were saying earlier. Just really nice to use.
That's really cool. I like to see really cool things, and that's really cool.
Yeah, there we go. No problem.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Folks, it's day 3. I'm knackered. But look, I found an Australian.
Social battery is low, isn't it? But we're having a good time.
Always, mate. Look, I've had a fantastic show. Coverage has been limited this year. Bruce has been a busy boy, but my coverage has been limited. I've been working on my own. But I think I've covered the important bits. More importantly, though, is I've had a good time. And every year I say this is a community gathering where you get together, you see cool stuff, you're with like-minded individuals, and it's
good to catch up with old friends.
Yeah, and that's what it's about more than anything. It's not about the exhibitors, it's not about the location. It's about sitting with an Australian in a safari lounge.
How cool is the safari lounge for this year?
It's magic.
Yeah,
magic.
I've enjoyed the safari lounge. We've come in here for a bit of peace and quiet sometimes. Chat, have a few meetings.
Yeah,
been good.
The show's always a fab time. This year's been no exception.
What was your highlight?
I got very drunk the other night with Edgar Brothers and catching up with guys I've not seen in months. It's the social side for me. But during the show, that new moderator with the QD.
Did have a look at that. That's really cool.
That's magic.
Like a Morse taper sort of system that just, you can see that taking off. That's going to work.
I'm pretty jazzed about trying that 410 as well.
Yeah.
The
Caesar Greeny.
No, the Zoli.
Yep.
Jazzed about that. Obviously the new FBX, but I've already tested it. The new 825, I've already tested it. But I've had some good meetings. I've arranged some potentially interesting content for the rest of the year. Get to catch up with you and Johnny. We're doing a pod at 12
Today
o'clock.
at 12 o'clock.
If you're seeing this, too late, you missed it. But it's been a good time, man.
I got to put my hands on some stuff that we haven't had in Australia yet, which was really cool. The Beretta, the SL2.
Of course.
I haven't had to go to play with it. I've been over there. It is stunning in real life. Yep. I haven't put my hands on the Blaser. Got to do that this weekend. It's been good. Been really good.
Awesome.
There's so much cool stuff every year. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And better. And better. I agree.
And more British.
And more international, right? Because I mean, I've met some Canadians, I've met some Swedes, I've met some French. It's been fantastic. People come from around the world to come here.
Yep.
You know, and well worthwhile. So, chaps, I hope you've enjoyed it. As usual, like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you want a discount off some sends, the logo is over Bruce's face. And do please consider joining, support the channel, give me a hand. Chaps, I'll see you next time. See you, Bruce.
See you guys.